Okay, so some glitches and bad stuff happened, so we're going to quickly just rewatch a few cutscenes to get us back, because this is where it auto-saved, apparently. Where the hell's that book? Oh, there we go. We need to go into Event Viewer. Uh,
We haven't much
okay,
time before
not
the
this
day.
one. Okay, these two are the ones that need to be rewatched.
You, woman. Huh? With a vapid look, yes. Oh my! Now whatever is a little girl like you doing out all by herself at this hour? I hear you're thought to be the likely winner of the upcoming Sacred Flower Festival. I am! Aren't I pretty? Now, if you want to grow up to be pretty like me, you need your beauty sleep. Ha! Idiotic plebe. Now, that's not very...
Girl. Oh, little girl. Super evil little girl. He's evil! Evil!
I'd meant only to mar that lovely face. They really are such fragile things. Like plucking a flower, and flowers so beg to be plucked. The ease of it all is a terrible bore. Don't you agree, Victor?
Just so, Victoria. Just so.
Yes, so, Victoria. I like to
I always hope
watch.
these vestals to the crystals are more entertaining.
By my data, the likely runner-up ought to be strolling past soon. Shall we say hello, Victoria?
Well, isn't he lovely? Like an enabler for a psychopath.
All entrance to the Central Plaza. The 47th Annual Sacred Flower Festival is set to begin.
We're in time.
And you've really decided not to go with this sexy swimsuit?
Wait, you still have that?
I'm quite certain, thank you. I'll wear the vessel garb, as 'tis suggested.
This is your last chance to rethink it. Agnes, I still think the world deserves to see the Bravo.
Unacceptable.
Has history ever seen so sad a day as this? No, I say, surely not. Oh.
No one who
Herbert.
matters is sad, ring a bell.
Are you
Bonk.
nervous? I know it's scary standing up in front of a crowd this size. But don't be scared. We'll be close by, keeping watch.
Thank you. Hearing that does lift a weight from my shoulders.
Good. Now relax and go get him.
Look at that. His master of Riz.
Well, hello. Quite the dashing little dandy, eh, my friend? But pray, mistake me not. I've no interest in children, and still less in men. But yes, this is quite the merry band. 2 boys, 2 girls. Double date, is it?
Double date?
Listen to the old man.
How
Clearly a pervert.
charmingly hot-blooded. Ah, youth, look at me. You're making old Red blush. Ah, beg your pardon. That was no criticism. I'm proud, envious even.
Pervert.
Hard to believe I was
Key-Man.
that young once. Time's remorseless arrow, eh? Now look at me. Just a sad pile of bones and flab and tarnished dreams.
And you're icky.
I'd be happy to cheer those bones up any night, De Rosa.
Ew.
Stop.
Big ick.
We've got kids watching.
I feel a reflexive, uncontrollable revulsion.
I'm there with you, hon, yes.
So
He's
tell me,
triggering
my
the
little
old
dandy,
gross.
You're addressing me?
I am. Tell me straight. Just how far have you gotten with her? What? Not even held hands? That's worrisome. You're making the red worry. Women are fickle beasts. Another fellow comes a-courting and they're apt to flit off. Take me. If I saw an opening to chat her up, I'd have her in my pocket in minutes. Seconds.
What?
Excuse me? Are you really gonna flirt while I'm standing right here?
If you'll pardon my saying, I doubt Edea fancies shallow old men.
No need to get heated, lad. True, you have your youth and innocence and baseless confidence. As well you should. Stay just as you are. We'll see if she does the same. Just remember, it's not innocence a girl wants. It's a thrill. That and a refined technique.
Technique?
Ah, but I'm afraid you'll have to study up on that one alone. Take care.
Oh. Edea, just what manner of technique do you look for in a man?
Sorry, I'm pretending I misheard you.
Is it clever conversation? A gift for cooking? Swords and sorcery? Kissing?
Ring a bell.
Right. Now I'm pretending I didn't hear you at all.
I assume he got a smack and he damn deserved it. Okay, quick overview of what's happened. I've spent quite a bit of it, but I did get enough money to be able to purchase a bunch of goodies for our friends here. So I was able to get red caps for everybody, hike armor for everybody, hike gloves for everybody, plain tunic, and their respective costumes, just so I can do a quick show off of what they all look like. This is Tiz's. Did I get hike armor? I did get hike armor for him. Get it. This is Agnes's. She don't look bad, actually. Hers looks nice. Scroll down. Here is Ringabel's. His is one of the lesser good looking ones. This is Edea's. So, due to a mistranslation when this game was ported over to where we are, these say they transform. They do not actually change form. This is a mistranslation. It just means that these are instead of whichever thing. But I like how they look in their standard clothing the most, especially Tiz, because he doesn't get a dorky hat. I'm super tempted to have Agnes wear this, but I like her in her dress as well. So, yeah. I got them weapons. I got them armor. A quick showcase of the weapons. Nothing for him. A magic knife and sage staff for Agnes. Blessed. I moved the blessed shield and gave the spear this special spear to our good friend ring a bell here. Mutsu no Kami for our good samurai-esque Adia, which is the new sword, her old sword. All the way down here. By the way, just as a small complaint, there aren't a whole lot of katanas I found for her when I was originally playing this game, so we get what we get. Let us go!
Next up, we have entrant number 5. It's Mary.
Oh, my heart's pounding. And I'm in the audience. It's like the speech at Ansheim all over again. I nearly forgot to breathe.
She'll do fine. And we're here just in case.
Stage fright isn't the only thing worrying me. Last I heard, there were a total of 6 girls competing today. So why is Agnes' entry number 9?
Where are the other 3, you mean? Maybe they panicked at the last minute?
I suppose it's possible.
The lovely Mary. Next up, number 9. Agnes.
Oblige!
Oh, here she comes! Agnes? Agnes!
Agnes! You're on! Go! Huh?
Entrant number 9. It's still your turn. Come on down.
Oh, right. Sorry. What was she thinking with that bland get-up? She's clearly delusional. I almost feel bad. Almost.
I didn't come all the way here for this. Boo! Boo!
Rude. Anger. Don't boo my friend.
To my one true friend, in hopes that this may reach you. Though great distance has come between us, I consider you my friend, now as in childhood. You are a source of joy, a target of aspiration. You were ever one step ahead, but you would always stop to reach out a gentle hand to guide me. Just to see your smile and hear you speak filled my days with warmth. Yet now, I do not even know where you are. The smile you wore as a girl is still so fresh in my mind. And yet, I feel my breast will be torn asunder from worry. I want to see you again, to know that you are well. To be truthful, I am terrified without you. Even now, as a grown woman, I force myself onward, but any confidence I show is hollow deception. Every pause, every quiet moment, I feel ready to fall to my knees and wail as I did back then. Please, I feel I cannot withstand this crushing weight. I cannot manage it alone. I cannot imagine completing my task without you there. Without your aid. For so long, I'd swallowed back these doubts,
tried to be strong, but I fear old habits are not soon broken. I will wait for you. So please, if you are watching, tell me. Let me know you are there. Give me some small sign, and this time I will do as you once did. I will reach out my hand to you. Thank you very much.
Oh, this is ridiculous! I call foul play! How do you not have any votes?
Can't be helped. Hers was an appeal wholly out of keeping with the contest's theme.
Perhaps I ought to have worn the bikini after all.
No.
You were just fine. You said what you came to say. The idea was never to win the contest. If Olivia heard that, I'm certain your words will move her.
I hope so. I wonder what... A letter?
Wait, is it from...
Olivia! She wrote me a letter!
Sent a bird!
See? You got through to her just fine. So, what does it say?
I heard about your appearance at the festival, though I was not able to attend. It puts my heart to ease knowing that you have also weathered this terrible crisis. I wish to meet with you as well, Agnes, my one true friend. But I fear I am not free to move about. Behind the ruins to the west lies the hidden village of the Crystal Orthodoxy. You will find me there. Do not allow this letter to be seen by any eyes but yours. Not even the matriarch can know.
Awfully cautious, isn't she? If I trust anyone in Florem, it's the matriarch.
They must be after her too then, as we feared.
Let us go, straight away, west to the ruins and the hidden village beyond.
Smell a trap.
I trust you heard that, Victor.
Oh, well, fuck.
Most clearly, Victoria.
Then we've little need for the wind vestal to continue living,
Indeed, though if I may, it seems they make for the Vestal of Water's side.
Yes, and...
They may serve us better as live baits. We let them go, give chase, and net two Vestals at once.
Fine, fine. So in the end, it was I who took the festival crown. Unsurprising, but amusing enough. Wouldn't you say, Victor?
Just so, Victoria. Just so.
Yeah. She murdered everybody. Reggie, hurry!
Just what are these techniques? I stewed on it all night and came up blank. Next time I see that red character, I'm getting a demonstration, one way or another.
That's kind of gross. It's kind of gross. Okay, we're gonna rush through the red storyline now, before we rush off on the main storyline again. Simply because this is one of the few, what are they called? Classes you can actually miss. Still, ew, gross, ick. Just gotta wait till nighttime. See, this one's conditional. You can't really progress it during the day. Most of the time, it will ask you, well, not ask you, but you'll have to come back at nighttime, so... But it's weird because it gets you sleep at the inn, so you keep saying so. I end up explaining things with lots of so's. So what you need to do is you just come out here, you go do 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 bra. Now it's nighttime. Give it 2 extra seconds after it's gone fully dark, and then go back in.
I'm sorry, are you? They were certainly in a hurry.
Looks like they dropped something.
Let's have a look.
That isn't yours. You oughtn't.
No, I oughtn't. And good thing I did.
Why? What does it say?
Rose to strike Northern Hideaway. Warn them to flee at once.
What?
Rose. The Blood Rose Legion.
Let's hurry north, to the hidden village.
We might be doubling up on what we need to do now. No, we are not. Okay, so... Wait a minute. That was for another side quest. I keep starting side quests. Run into Creepo once, come up here, and he should be... There he is.
Hey, isn't that the...
Come, we're following him. I intend to see this so-called technique for myself.
Why do I have to come?
Spying on him.
So exhausted. I didn't sleep a wink. Someone, give me a lap to lie in. Need
Bad ring a bell.
sleep.
Okay. Um... Oh, well, we fucked it. Okay, well... There's a step I missed. Okay. Okay, dokie. Okay, so this can be looped. But I will get this quest step done before I end the episode, because we are already pretty close to the end of the episode with the whole cutscenes for the other stuff. But we will... So first we gotta talk to her.
More. Need more.
It's late for a lady to be wandering about. Shall I walk you home?
It wasn't enough. The hairpin, the dye. I used them both. But it's not enough. More. I need more. I can be prettier. Have to be. He laughed his smug laugh as he said it. I've a secret beauty potion. But it wasn't enough. It's not enough. The red hair left the basement. None of it lasts. Potion wasn't enough. Basement. So dank. I woke up and screamed. More! I need more!
Okay!
What do you make of all that?
I pride myself on understanding women, but she had even me at a loss.
Okay, let's do this next part.
Hey, isn't that the...
Come, we're following him. I intend to see this so-called technique for myself.
Why do I have to come?
Because you're standing next to him. I hope I did this right. Yeah, we did this, I think. Okay, we did do this correct.
You look positively ragged. Still obsessing over what that red fellow said?
There's something about him, something shady. We tailed him, and he just vanished.
Sure you didn't just botch the attempt? I'm
No.
sure you're an old hand at chasing skirts, but you've no talent for tracking middle-aged men. Right. This looks like a woman's job. He seems the type to leave a trail of broken women behind him. I'll judge him for myself.
Don't. Please. I don't want you going near him. Just the thought of you and him.
I'll thank you not to fantasize. Besides, have some faith. Do I seem the type to fall for a washed-up philanderer? I'll just put on a little act and see what his game really is.
But how?
Game is pervert.
Well, first...
That's the... She's wandering around town in a bikini. It honestly looks like Tiz is whizzing in the...
Is that... It's the one from the Sage's collection.
The Bravo bikini, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize Adia had it.
One glance can tell you it doesn't fit. Clearly, the woman is fearless.
Are we sure this is wise? It might attract the wrong attention.
I told her to scream if anything happens. We have to trust her.
Yeah, we have to trust her. That doesn't seem right. That's not good. That's a bad sign. That
Hey,
sounded
they're
teleporty.
gone.
But I didn't hear a peep, let alone a scream.
In any case, we have to find her.
Have a look at this. Something is caught between the paving stones.
It's a scrap of the bikini. A hidden passage, then?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to lose on that bikini.
I knew it! That explains the disappearing act. Agnes, follow me! And don't leave my side, no matter what.
Why do you say that?
Women are fickle beasts.
Come again?
Well, are we going in?
Bebunk! Word it better. Okay, it looks like this episode's gonna be a little bit long, but that's okay!
I don't see the red man down here.
Secret passages, and now this?
It's not good.
What is all this? It's all machines and laboratory tools.
It can't be good.
And row after row of those vials.
Can't be good. Bad stuff only. Oh, yep. Yep.
There! Adia!
Top tier bad stuff.
She's breathing. Knocked out, but otherwise fine, thankfully.
All these women left here unconscious. We have to free them from this place.
Ah, but that would put me in quite the bind.
But you're
It's
creepy.
the old red man!
That's unfortunate. Red is a fine nickname, but you've gone and butchered it.
I'll ask this once. What have you done to Adia?
Ha! I gave you fair warning, boy. Said I'd have her in my pocket, didn't I?
Yeah, but
I'm
you're
telling you, it's all in the
gross. You did
technique
gross things.
and the technology. Take that device there. So it churns out a little toxin called pheromore, see?
Toxin?
As in poison, yes. Follow along. You mix pheromore with Nitafix. And this cologne is born. Give it a little spray around the collarbone. Can't imagine the stuff is good for you, but my, is it effective. Any woman within arm's reach falls for me. Guaranteed. A slave to my every word.
You're gross.
So yes, there's a chemical technique to start.
Why do this? To attract women? Why imprison them here, then? What are you really after?
Simple. The Red always has his eye out for women that might prove useful. Ladies in the right places to help me climb my way to the top. Once I spot them, it's just a matter of making them fall for me. That part's easy. Then they do my work for me. Whatever I say. Recruitment technique? Check.
That's it, then? All this for some lazy ambition?
Now, don't get ahead of yourself, boy. What goes into that machine there? Ah, the women. It extracts the toxins from the seduced women to make cologne to seduce more women. Rinse, repeat. There's a fine technique for bringing down a nation.
Gross.
You can't. Who are you?
Hush, darling. Red still has the floor. Now,
Ah, you're sexist
I
too.
never forget a lady's face. Ever. It's my gift. I knew yours in an instant. Imagine my surprise seeing not one, but 2 golden geese trundling along behind you. How you saw them as anything but an opportunity, I'll never know. Were I in your shoes, boy, I'd use every trick of the trade to make them fall for me. Once they're in love, they're yours. You've won. For women are creatures of emotion, my friend. Bar wench or Grand Duchess, a gal in love will give anything. Do anything for the man she loves.
And her wishes, her identity? These mean nothing to you?
No, he's a pig.
Does a carpenter care for the wishes of his hammer? Tools ill have need of identities. Regardless, your capture will be my ticket to riches and glory, and I thank you for that. A traitorous runaway and a wanted witch. I can think of no 2 finer instruments.
He's Eternian. Are you with the Legion?
Quiet in the back, thank you. Where was I? Ah, yes. Techniques for getting ahead.
Ick.
Use every tool in reach till it crumbles to dust. That's how a man succeeds. A dandy.
A man who would call a woman his tool is no man. My friends will suffer no further insults.
Dia's starting with charm effect, isn't she?
Since you're clearly incapable of managing my nickname, let's make this formal. I am captain of the Eternian Forces Blood Rose Legion. Red Mage Fiore de Rosa.
What are we rocking here? Okay, we're gonna do this. Do we have a thing for charm? Red, sleep, silence, blind, poison. We do not have a thing for charm. Dia's gonna stab us a few times. That's gonna hurt. You just try to charm Tiz. You. Yeah, well, that's not good. That's just not good. And yes, anything? I don't remember charm. I don't remember what charm does. Can I tap it? If I tap it, will it tell me? Okay, well, that's a thing I can do, but he's not worth wasting it on. I can't... Well, hack and slash. And then we will cast... this on Tiz, because we're going to have Tiz go all in.
It's all or nothing.
He's about to get hit.
Full power!
999. We did big damage. Okay, time to... No. I'm sorry, Tiz, but we're going all in. Silence. Can't use his magic if he can't speak. This. Go like that, and then like that.
Get lost.
It's time for a big boom. That hurt. Yes! Okay, turns out he was really weak. That's how you wield god-tier power, my friends. Magic armor. Mirage vest. I was hoping you'd drop your sword, not gonna lie. Okay, do we have a new class to unveil for you for this extra long episode, this special class? Do you have a penchant for healing? Do you have a desire to cause massive damage with marvelous spells? Then do I have the class for you, the Red Mage, combining both of the best parts of Black Wizards and White Mages. We bring you the Red Mage. Proficients with swords, stabs, and pretty much any weapon you can think of. They can bring both the healing and the harm. The Red Mage is the class for you if you love magic.
Seems a tool used wrong makes a fine weapon.
Yeah, that's a good quote, but you're still gross.
Then what? In the end, he went to all these lengths just to use women?
Have to wonder whether a more direct approach might not have been more effective.
He's gross.
Look here, at these papers. I imagine they're his writing.
Reports. They're awfully thick.
Thank you for coming to my rescue, all of you. I was careless.
The pages are sticky.
Ringabel led the charge the whole way. Direct your thanks at him.
Thank you, Ringabel. You're squarely on the white as the driven snow list for today.
Appreciated. Come to think of it, that suit is the wrong size for you. You're liable to...
Excuse me? Just what is that supposed to mean?
He's
Why
warning.
are you upset? It's a simple fact that the size isn't...
Ugh. I'm moving you to my dead to me list.
He might have just been saying that you might have flashed him by accident if you weren't careful. Okay, party chat. Ringabel's worry. Okay, we're gonna ignore that. Okay, job on yes oblige. We want the Red Mage. Okay, we skipped a few, but that's okay. So this... Come on. She's pretty much proficient with everything. She can use swords, but, like, I don't care. What I prefer her to use is what I have her equipped with. The nice balance of assault and magic stuff. We go to ability. We don't need this no more. This is what I want her to be. I want her to have time magic and black and white magic, and then she can use the most amount of spells, because she already uses... She ends up having the highest amount of MP, so... And intelligence and stuff like that. But, okay, thank you guys for watching. We're gonna leave this hellhole. Hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Sorry it went a little bit longer than normal, but, I think it's okay. I missed yesterday's upload. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, night, time, wherever the hell you are in the world. Just as a side thing, I might go... do this and level these guys up off screen. Just so they all have good gear. But anyway, appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Check me on Twitch. I'll add a word again, but check me on Twitch if you want to. I go live almost every single day. Subscribe if you're not already. Like, comment, all that fun stuff. Catch you all next one. Peace.